I wasn't looking for anything strange. I was cleaning out old bookmarks, dead links, forgotten forums, stuff I hadn't touched in years. One thread caught my attention. No title, just an IP address. Someone in the replies mentioned the server was abandoned. Another said the owner had died. That should have been the end of it. But the IP still worked. When I joined, the world loaded instantly. No queue, no greeting, just a normal spawn area. At first, it felt familiar. Not because I'd been there before, but because it felt unfinished. There were starter houses, basic farms, paths that led somewhere and then stopped, like the server was waiting. I checked the player list, empty, zero online. That should have been reassuring. It wasn't. The server felt active, not busy, active. Time was moving, mobs were spawning, redstone was running somewhere underground. I followed a path away from spawn. It wasn't decorative, it was practical, straight, efficient. It led past terrain that didn't match the rest of the world. Newer chunks stitched into older ones, not broken, just added later. That's when I noticed the farms. They were grown, and recently. Not automated, just tended to, like someone had passed through. I assumed it was me, that someone had logged in earlier that day, but the log said otherwise. No joins, no leaves. I didn't stay long. I never do in empty servers. Before I disconnected, I checked the signs. Most were basic. Food this way, storage temporary. One sign was blank, which stood out more than text would have. I left. Later that night, curiosity got the better of me, and I joined again. Nothing had changed except that sign. It wasn't blank anymore. It said, "I saw you." I checked the player list, and still empty. I stood there longer than I should have, waiting for something to happen. Nothing did. When I left, the server didn't lag, didn't save, didn't hiccup. It just kept running. I checked the logs, and there was a line I didn't recognize. Connection acknowledged? No username, no IP. I haven't joined again, and I don't plan to, but I still check the server status. Every few days, the uptime resets slightly. Not enough to be a restart, just enough to register activity. And every time that happens, the player count briefly shows 1. I've stopped trying to explain it, because whatever is there doesn't seem interesting playing.